Welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown. I am the governor of college football, and with me, as always, is my co-pilot Jalen Wilson. Jalen, are you excited, brother? We got the college football championship coming in roughly, 11 days now? You know,
Oh yeah, my fault. I thought you were talking about for Saturday and Sunday.
I said 11 days. I'm bugging. In 4 days now. So, are you excited for this game? I know we're gonna talk about it a little bit later on, but you have to be a little bit excited for this game, right? Who had these two teams in the national championship before the season started?
Nobody.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Unless you're in
Miami
Bloomington.
fans had Miami.
Yeah, Miami fans had Miami. In Bloomington, they had Indiana.
Oh
But
man, I don't know if Bloomington really had Indiana like that. Maybe as the season went on, but I don't know
yeah,
before the season they
yeah. At
were like,
first, it was a lot of doubts. At least for mainstream media, would there be a sophomore slump? Was kind of some of my concern. But ultimately, they was able to kind of figure things out, and they look really good. But before we get to there, we're gonna talk about some transfer portal things that we haven't had an opportunity to talk about because it's been a week since we did our last show. But with Dylan Rayola joining Oregon. And of course, Dante Moore decided that he's going to stay put. I think reason being he's staying put is because he don't want to go to New York and play with the Jets. Like, I think that had a lot to do with it, and maybe some doubt creeping in his mind after the abysmal
I
performance
saw
versus
somebody tweet
Indiana.
that at KT, and they were like, "Oh man, little does he know, we'll just be in the top three next year."
Hey, that's hilarious, bro. So, how do you feel overall about this move? How does this work? And I know I'm about to get a lot of comments. Hey, Jalen, long time no see. That was from Moon. What's happening, Moon?
What's
Thank you
up,
for
Moon?
being in here. We ain't talked to you in a little minute. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no.
Thank you for being in here, Playboy. But
Um,
yeah. So how do you feel about this quarterback room overall? And Dylan Rayola, of course, he is comfortable with backing up this year, learning the system similar to Dante Moore did when Dylan Gabriel was there, and people were calling for Dante Moore to be the starter. But in his heart, in his mind, we know he's going to be sizing them up. And
oh
there
yeah,
are some
and
things that Dylan Gabriel does do better than Dante Moore. And some people won't admit it, but I am here and I will admit it.
yeah, Dylan
So,
Rayola, yeah,
yeah. Who did I say? I said Dylan Gabriel. I'm going to say
yeah.
Dylan Gabriel about 15 more times. Just bear with
Um,
me. If I say, yeah, there's too many Dylans, goddammit.
uh, um, no, it was to me. I don't know. Like I was like I kind of was expecting him to enter the draft when he was like, oh yeah, I'll be making my decision live on ESPN and all that. Me and Steve had a little talk. He was like, he's not ready. I was like, I agree. Uh, at least he's not ready for a top five. Like if you draft him second round, you plan on developing, sure. Um, but one thing, can you hear me fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, one thing I will say though is as the season goes on, during that first, second, third week, whoever they're playing, if Dante Moore shows some type of struggle, there's gonna be calling for Dylan Raiola's name. Like, oh man, Dylan Raiola better. That you gonna see a video of a Dante Moore throwing an interception. Gonna be like, man, Dylan Raiola wouldn't throw this. Um, and then there'll be questions asked in the media to Dan Lanning. Now they're Oregon, they're talented, so Dante Moore does struggle next year, they probably will still win the games, um, just like they did against Iowa this year, just like they did against who else they struggled with at times this year. I
Uh,
don't think,
Iowa and then Indiana twice.
yeah, but you will get that quarterback controversy. Dan Lane will have to answer a lot of questions during spring camp, during fall camp about the quarterback situation, and he'll probably vanilla it. Oh yeah, both quarterbacks doing well. This, that, and third. Do you think he names a starter? Like,
Well,
because honestly, Dante Moore started last season. You would think he would be probably the starter going into this season. Like,
100%. I think heading into the season, Dante Moore is undoubtedly QB1 heading into the seat. I mean, heading into winter workouts, heading into spring camp,
is he
heading
though?
into
Because
heading into fall camp. He
you
he
don't you
is.
don't get a talent like you don't get a quarterback like Dylan Raiola
You
and
don't.
just be like, yeah, Dante Moore is undoubtedly he's the starter.
I think Dante Moore has made a grave mistake, and it won't surprise me if his mind changes. There's no way in the world he got
Did,
it
did,
into
did-
the NFL draft. Like,
but
you have to
he
go
he
now.
he had to know that Dylan Raiola was.
Yeah, and both of them had to be 100% comfortable with it. But in my opinion, strike it while the iron hot. If you wait, you can't go Spencer Rattler. If you wait, that can absolutely happen. Similar situation, a hell of a talent behind you, right? He had Caleb Williams. This kid got Dylan Raiola. Dylan Raiola has a live arm, a really live arm. I think in many ways his arm may be more liver than Dante Moore. But it's the poise and the understanding of the game, the ability to use his legs and to make some of those off-script plays. But Dylan Raiola has impressed me with some of his play over the first 2 years. Of course, he's made some young, entering college mistakes. But the situation is fine. If there's any coach that can handle this, if any culture can handle this, it's what they do out there in Eugene. They'll be able to handle that just fine. But for me, for Dante Moore in a class, in my opinion, that is really weak, go now. Now that he isn't going, that will probably thrust Ty Simpson into the first round. Then after that, I don't even know what happens with Trinidad Chambliss. But if one of these guys don't step up at Senior Bowl or East-West Shrine game, then my dog, Brian Bosarge, said it first from Draft Countdown. He said, we may not see more than 3 quarterbacks taken within the first 3 rounds. Like, this is how weak the class is. Go now. Because you don't want something freakish to happen. You get more eyes on you. You're still doing some of the same things you were doing. Or it can improve, and it's the opposite. I'm just offering kind of a counter argument to it.
Like,
To me, you strike it with an iron sight, 100%.
Yeah, especially when you look at the quarterback class for next year, because
It's impressive.
CJ Carr is going to be able to enter the draft. And
Julian saying Arch Manning is about to have a year. I don't think people are ready for the year that Arch Manning's about to have. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But the year that kid's about to have.
Texas was, I don't
What?
know if Arch was ready.
What do you mean? Did you not watch him? Did you not watch him down the stretch? Did you not see the Texas A&M game? He was impressive. Yo, I get it. I know that the man in media cartel. He was elite.
As far as throwing the ball, I don't think he was elite.
Like, I feel like there's 2 sides to this Manning thing. There are people who are fanboys. There are people who like, well, he's supposed to be this, that, and the third. I haven't seen it yet. Like, are you on the latter stage that I just mentioned, brother?
I am.
Dude, to me, I saw it. Like, because while we all place onus, place blame, place responsibility for the sluggish start that Texas had, and some of that is deserving of Arch Manning.
Yeah,
but some of it is
O-line.
deserving to the O-line, the inability to run the ball, which still is on the O-line, and Steve Sarkisian just getting out-coached in some of these games. Like, some of it belongs to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. This Oregon situation is going to rear its ugly head, though. I'm here for it. I do love messiness in college football. I do love gossip. We will see Dylan Raiola play, and even if it's in mop-up duty, or if he decides to use this as a redshirt year, what you'll see in Eugene, and I think they are promoting their tight end coach, the offensive coordinator, be a very similar system what they ran this year. With that little bit that those fans will see, they'll be doing exactly what you said. We want Dylan Raiola. Because there will come a point that Dante Moore is going to have a bad game. All quarterbacks do every year. Julian saying didn't have an outside of the season this year, but he did have a couple of bad games, though.
Yeah.
So
It
this
was
is
usually
interesting.
against the top 10, the Indiana, Texas.
100%. So who's your? We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll talk about that. No, let's talk about it now. Heading into 2026 college football season, who do you think the team to beat will be? There's 3 teams I have in my mind.
Not
You want me to
Alabama.
give you the 3 teams?
Not Alabama.
Or you want to guess? No, it's not Alabama. No.
The way Curt Cignetti is coaching Indiana, I dang it want to put Indiana.
One of them is Indiana for sure.
Okay.
Like they've done work in the portal. Like they've absolutely done work in the portal.
I mean, Curt Cignetti is just the person that should replace Nick Saban.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, he has. He has.
yeah, I'm gonna say Indiana.
Yep. So it's Indiana for sure.
Who else?
2 of them got dog wide receivers. Maybe go 1 or 2 in the draft as far as wide receivers in 27.
I wide receivers in 27. So Ohio State. I don't think I'm
Hmm.
not high on Ohio State. I feel like Ohio State is losing a lot of talent to where
But don't we
I
say
don't
that
know.
every year? Didn't they put
Yeah,
14 players in the draft last year?
they did.
Like we say that every year. You know what I'm saying? But they are able to replenish, but they have lost some staff. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be interesting. They did not look impressive in the playoff.
But
If
I
we're
don't know
being
if they were a
honest.
top. I don't know if they were a top 3 team this year. By the time the playoff came, I don't. By the time the
I
Big Ten
think we all
championship
had
came,
we all had skepticism about
because
Ohio
I was
State just
like, their
being in the
schedule
deep
was so
water.
favorable
It
that you were
was.
like, okay,
It
um,
was. The other one I was just talking about him.
Texas.
Yes. 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 They need a couple more portal pieces for the interior of that offensive line. But with Hollywood Smothers, Cam Coleman, Ryan Wingo, Arch Manning, the tight end that they just got to replace Zach Entries, they are going to be impressive. They're going to be very impressive. And is Anthony Hill Jr. entering the draft? Has he declared yet?
I don't know if he declared. I ain't see anything about him.
He should, but I'm not sure if he declared yet. So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Um, we got Sam Levitt. He's kind of been everywhere, right? Like we seen him go and speak with Miami,
Hmm.
uh, Tennessee, which I don't think Tennessee would be a bad fit for him at all. Ended up in Baton Rouge. How you feel about this? Do you think it works? We do know that Lane Kiffin and the success that he's had with a myriad of quarterbacks. But does this work? You think he actually goes there? I think there's a chance that he does commit to Tennessee before the window closes tomorrow.
Okay, if I was someone, I'll commit to Tennessee because you were the second option anyways.
Yeah,
If Demond Williams was able to enter the portal, they would have got Demond Williams.
yeah,
Uh,
that's a fact. And they just grabbed the kid from USC into from the portal as well at quarterback.
okay, I didn't see that.
Long Street or something like that.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Hmm.
You also think about it. Will it work in Baton Rouge if he is there when the season starts?
Hmm.
It will work. Why? Because it's Lane Kiffin. It's his offense.
Yeah,
We haven't seen a quarterback really struggle in Lane Kiffin's
we
offense.
haven't. We haven't. We've seen so many that have had
Yeah,
success in it. Yeah, you don't bet against the guy.
yeah. So it will work. Will it work to what Lane Kiffin wants? I don't know. Will
Yeah,
it work to a college football playoff? I don't know. Will it work to the Final Four? I don't know.
right.
I would say the playoffs. I can see a world. The Final Four, I can't really see.
Yeah, I can see
Um,
them definitely getting a CFP berth. Like they should have,
yeah.
got a CFP berth this year with all of the talent on their team. And some of that talent is coming back and into next year. But yeah, of course it'll work because of Lane Kiffin. But I'm weary of this guy. They did
I'm weary
put
of their
the
wideouts too.
yeah, same.
They
And
got some they got some actors. They acquire some people,
hmm
but nobody that's like okay,
yeah,
this guy
Marion
can go
Brown is
out.
gone. I think is it
Aaron
Aaron
Anderson,
Anderson? Yeah,
he's gone. I
they'll
think
both be
too.
at the Senior Bowl, so I can't wait to see them from there. We will be going live from the Senior Bowl. Everybody
Yeah.
who isn't aware yet. But yeah, I'm with you. It works because of Lane Kiffin. But Sam Levitt, the basketball, the reason why he couldn't play was like a non-football related injury. Allegedly, it was him playing
No.
It was him playing basketball. Like, bro, you the quarterback of a team, bro. I look at you to lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here playing intramural basketball,
I mean, to be fair,
trying to
he
be
is like
LeBron.
20 years old,
I don't give a
so it's
damn.
like
You are paid to play football. You know what I'm saying? Play football, bro.
yeah,
Like
but
I
I
can
want to play
understand.
basketball too.
I can understand if he wants to play in the off season. Even still, I probably had some issues there. But you in the middle of your season and you out here sweating, giving your blood, sweat, and tears to an intramural game. Yo, f that intramural game, bro. Like,
You don't know what's going on. Dude might call him trash. Dude might
yeah,
say he couldn't shoot.
man, that man ain't even attend a banquet that the team had. Like, something wrong with buddy. So we'll move
Uh,
on to
no,
the
you
next
remember?
story.
Hold on, you remember what the Chiefs did? You remember Patrick Mahomes posted like a video of him dunking or something like that.
What they do?
It was like in the middle of a basketball game, and then
Uh,
he signed a contract extension like a couple months later, and they said like no basketball.
yeah, yeah, and that's what LSU made him do. No basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, T.O. used to do the same thing. Randy Moss. They
I think
all
T.O. tried out for summer league, or somebody. It was a wide receiver that wants to do summer league. I think
was
it
it
was
Randy?
T.O.
T.O. and Randy Moss were both. Were both.
T.O. want to do is T.O. want to participate in the NBA summer league,
Did he?
and I
I know
think,
he did semi-pro.
or maybe it might have been Randy Moss. One wanted to do like maybe it might have been Jimmy Graham. It was a good football player that wanted
Antonio
to do like
Gates.
It might have been Gates. It was one of them Hall of Fame players during 2000 that was a pass catcher. They wanted to do summer league basketball, and I think they got signed to a contract, and it was like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's dead.
Good luck with that one. All right, so we talked about them a little bit heading into the season. The greatest show in the CFB next season. I think this may be reminiscent of the '99 Rams, the greatest show on turf, or 2000 Rams, whatever year that was.
99, 2000, yeah,
Yeah, '99, 2000. So
2001 also.
I look at this
They won
team,
Super
right?
Bowl.
And you look at the pieces that they had a couple of years ago with like Xavier Worthy, A.D. Mitchell, versus to what they have now. Like, yeah, Wingo's still there, and Wingo deserves to be in this picture, and I had to make sure I say that as well. But Hollywood Smothers flips from Bama to Texas. Arch looked really improved toward the end of the season, but the overarching theme, and you said it earlier, and great job for you saying this, their offensive line just needs to play better. So if they can fix that interior offensive line, I think they are returning their tackles. This team can be really impressive. Cam Coleman, I think he may jump. It's going to piss you off, and I'm going to say it anyway. He may jump. Jeremiah Smith is wide receiver one.
They're going to take me off because I know it's not going to happen. And I don't think it's a chance. Jeremiah Smith is like like he might have a down season. Even if he does, he's still.
Nah, he still had a phenomenal season, but like Cam has had to pay. Cam reminds me of who's like a wide receiver in the NFL that's like had to play with bad quarterbacks, like what Jetta is going through right now. And then with Pickens, remember like Pickens played with Pittsburgh, and then he flashed this year with the Cowboys after he had like
that's actually a good one.
Yeah,
because Pickens is not the best receiver, but he's a dang good receiver.
Right, you saw how good he was after he was with a competent quarterback. Like this kid has dealt with Peyton Thorne and Jackson Arnold, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's no bueno. You put him with Arch. If Arch is protected, Hollywood should be able to help them in that running game. This and Ryan Wingo on the other side. This might be the best show in college football next year. I know you're not ready for it. Everybody's going to be using them in college football 27. I know you're not buying it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not. I can't.
You said it this year, but you're going to end up buying it, bro. I know you, bro. You be like, man, you going to be looking at it be like, I guess I give it a try. Like, you going to play it 3 times and never play it again, bro. Like, you know that's what you're going to do, bro.
Yeah, I'm mad I even bought it early this year.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them a bunch of times. That's why I like to use the tier 3 teams when I could use road to the college football playoff. But yeah, how you feeling about them? Do you not buying into the hype because of what happened this year? Like, talk to me. You don't seem confident about this this big 3 right here.
I mean, you got Arch leading it. Okay. I'm gonna do some reevaluating. I don't know if Arch is even a top 5 quarterback in SEC, but I told you I was gonna reevaluate that take, but yeah, I'm just not sold on Texas. Sark is good. Wide receivers seem good.
Bro, did you just say he's not a top 5 quarterback in the SEC next year?
I say I'm at the reevaluate. I'm at to look at some things.
Dude,
see where he at.
He'd be the first quarterback off the board in the 27 draft, bro.
He's not even the best quarterback in Texas.
Who's better than him?
Marcel Reed.
Okay. All right, brother. I thought you were going to go with Brendan Sorsby. Now that he's at Texas Tech, I was wondering where you were going with that. Maybe a DJ Lagway. But
oh, heck no. He's way better than DJ Lagway.
Dude, he's not better than Marcel Reed.
No, he's not better than Marcel Reed.
The same Marcel Reed who couldn't put up points in the college football playoff.
Yes.
The same Marcel Reed who had Casey Concepcion will probably be the 3rd or 4th wide receiver off the board, and Mario Craver. Yes. It's better than Arch Manning.
Yes. He's better
so with that cupcake schedule that Texas A&M played this past season, Arch in that system, Arch doesn't get more out of that Texas A&M team than Marcel Reed.
They actually lose. They actually lose against South Carolina. Don't forget they go if they have Arch, they lose against South Carolina.
Okay, I'll give you.
They lose against Florida.
Okay,
they don't make the college football playoffs.
But well, hold on, because Texas A&M could run the rock. Don't forget that.
That's nice.
Texas was one dimensional. So alrighty, CJ Carr or Arch Manning?
CJ Carr.
Julian saying or Arch Manning?
Same tier. I'm gonna take Julian same, but it's not. To me, all archers we gotta do is have a good first two games, and you above Julian. Boy, I don't trust Julian either.
So give me your top 5 quarterbacks. I'm sorry, we got to go off script, even though we don't even have a script. Give me your top 5 quarterbacks heading into the 27 class in order, bro.
27 draft class.
Yeah.
In order.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm struggling off top of my head.
It's fair. We did not have this plan. Is Dante Moore? Where's Dante Moore? Yeah, we didn't have this plan. My apologies.
I feel like Dante, in my opinion, Dante would be above Marcel, below CJ.
You said above who?
Above Marcel, below CJ.
Okay, so you would have Dante Moore 1? Or
no,
you
I would have him below CJ, but
so
above
CJ Carr
Marcel
1.
Reed. Yes, CJ Carr 1. Yes.
And then Dante Moore. And then Marcel Reed. Where does Julian saying that
Marcel's in top 5? Because I don't know if Arch is in top 5.
Arch will be the first quarterback off the board. I promise you this, bro. I promise you will be the first quarterback off the board. But no. Stick to your list. Where's Julian saying that? That's all I want to know.
I don't think Julian's saying be a top 5 of my stuff.
You trolling, bro? Or are you serious?
I'm being serious.
Okay. You try to rage bait me? You haven't successfully rage baited me in a while. You're close now, bro. Okay. All right. We'll move on from this topic. That's crazy.
I'm not doing the same person.
Okay. So, with these bad swap jerseys, can Hoosier take Illinois to the next level? I feel like with Barry Lundy Jr. and Luke Altmyer's.
Jay. I would take Mayava over.
Mayava's going to have a year. So you know how I feel about you know how I feel about Mayava. But you know Arch Manning's going to win, bro.
Talking about the CFL draft? What are we talking about?
NFL draft.
NFL draft.
He's going to be the first pick off the board. There's going to be teams who are all right. You know what?
I don't know if he's not better than Darian Mensah.
You know I like Mensah. I like Mayava. Based on what we've seen, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. Because I'm projecting on what a healthy Texas team that is able to run a ball and the Steve Sarkisian system. Yeah. So Hauser, I know you weren't wow about this one. I was more excited about you for this one than me.
But I think it's a downgrade from Luke.
From Luke?
Yeah, it's a downgrade. It's not a huge downgrade.
You know
I think it's a little bit of a downgrade.
You got selective memory. Because you don't remember how bad Luke was when he first got to you. After being at it was Ole Miss, right?
Yeah, it was Ole Miss.
You don't remember how bad he was before he got there and then the development happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you know, I'm a Luke guy. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't always the case.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. I wasn't a huge fan of Luke. I was like, I could see the flashes of why he was a 4-star prospect.
Right.
I can also see because I was like, I can also see the flashes of why he didn't start at Ole Miss and win the starting job against Jackson Dart. Mm-hmm. And I was also like, it wasn't just his fault. Our offensive line was terrible that season. But other than that, yeah, it was some inconsistency with him. Okay. I mean, I honestly thought like at times he was scared to throw the ball. And when we put in John Paddock from Ball State, he was better than Luke.
I think some of that's just a ride by your system. I think your system is based on heavier personnels, being able to run the ball, being able to build the play action off of it, but also taking care of the ball. I think is huge when you look at the hierarchy for Barry Lundy.
Yeah.
And what Brett Bielema wants to do is protect the ball, play sound football, run the ball. Score touchdowns, have long drives, like the old school Bill Parcells mantra. This Hauser kid, you don't think he got wheels?
He does. He does.
I think that's gonna be the best.
I think he's not a better runner than Luke. I feel like he might look like he is because Luke didn't run enough.
okay. I see what you. Yeah, I seen it. I've seen it with Luke. The Nebraska game is a game I bring up all the time. I'm like, nah, this kid's got it. Like that was the game that I became a fan of Luke Altmaier. It was that Nebraska game, 2024 in Lincoln. You guys had every reason to lose. Luke Altmaier will not allow you guys to lose. Like that was the day I became a Luke Altmaier fan.
Yeah, I feel like it was. I was at a game that season. It was the Purdue game where
Purdue game. I
came back.
remember
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I remember we
they almost
talked
came
that
back
day
because we
too.
left early, and then I was like, we got to the car. I was like, what the heck? Purdue's up one.
Y'all ain't trying to go. You can't even go back in. Actually.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But at that time, we was already in the car. We was getting ready to go to Applebee's, or yeah, I think it was Applebee's.
Great choice. People hate on Applebee's. I love
No,
it.
no, it was Chili's.
I would. That's probably even a better choice for most.
Um,
We killed Chili's down in Frisco when we went to what's the name?
yeah, and
Hey, what's happening, Brian?
what's up, Brian? Yeah, and I remember
That's not the same Brian though.
it's not.
Yeah.
And I remember it was for some. I always, I always meet somebody that I'm cool with. There, so like it was like people sitting next to me, I'm taking pictures with them. And they were Illinois fans. I was telling them, I was like, man, Brett not running it with Luke enough. And then like a couple plays later, they do a read option. Luke takes off, boom, for like 40-yard
Wow.
touchdown. I'm like, oh, okay. And then dude was like, yeah, look, you called it. I was like, yeah. And then he had like a couple more runs. And I'm like, he didn't run all second half. He refused to pull the ball. I'm like, man, Luke can run like I'm like Luke can run better than what people I think he can. Like,
I think he'll be one of those guys who run more in the NFL. Cause like Josh Allen wasn't the greatest runner at Wyoming. Like I didn't even know that he even had that in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Once
yeah,
he
now he's like the
arrived in
second
West
best running
Virginia.
quarterback in the NFL right now,
Yeah, yeah. Your
or
boy,
best,
your boy.
depending on who.
Nah, your boy's up there too though.
Who, Drake, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has more wheels than what I expected coming out of college.
Y'all scare me, man. I ain't gonna lie. I hope y'all lose this week, bro. I know you hope we lose this week too, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm like, man, I love to play the Broncos.
Yeah,
I love to play the
man.
Broncos.
I know it's headed there. So Hauser, how do you feel about the return of production? I know your boy is it Betty?
Yeah, Beatty,
Betty, yeah. So I know he's coming back. The kids
he's pretty
Valentine's coming
good.
back.
Valentine, yeah, he just announced, I think 2 days ago, he was coming back.
So you guys, are you still gonna be
Thankfully,
able to run a
I saw
double
a
tight end
notification
sets?
on my phone. It was like breaking Khalil Valentine. I was like, what the heck? And it was like, it was like, oh, announced his return. I was like, okay, we good.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I didn't even know it was an option for him to leave.
Yeah. I told you I won a national championship with y'all, right?
Mm-mm.
For college football 20. Yeah, I won. And then that year that I was using you guys in the regular season, I got I think my 4th championship on there. Yeah.
Hudson Clement, he
Disappointment. He's coming back though, right?
Yeah, but he showed some flashes here and there near the end of the season. Where I was like, okay.
Was it a comfortability thing, you think? With Luke Altmaier? Was it a trust thing? Or
I
what
feel
do
like
you
it
think
was a trust thing because I feel like early in the season he tried to trust him and it wasn't there. And I feel like that's when Luke was like, I'm just not going with him. Hank
Right.
Beatty, you're like the guy.
You can't blame him. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I targeted you, first 3-4 games. I gave you a fair amount of targets, like 34, 35. You ain't caught many of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Then we got that guy from FIU. I don't know why his name slipping my head. His name slipping my mind right now, but he was. I think he was all conference when he was at FIU. Really good. I believe 800 yards, 846 yards last season. Seemed like a guy with some speed on him. Other than that, not really. Colin Dixon is back. I really like Colin Dixon. Hopefully, you have a really breakout year this upcoming season. I want Ashton Hobbs to come back, but I think when he entered the portal, it was kind of a done deal. Yeah, our return of production at wide receiver is good. I just don't. Hank Beatty is good. I don't know if he's number one is fine, but I would love to really have when we had Pat Bryant, even though Pat Bryant didn't have 1,000 yards, Pat Bryant, I feel like any play he can get open. Isaiah,
I had him in this is Zakari.
Zakari Franklin. Yup.
Yeah. You guys said that's a good tandem right there.
Then we had Hank Beatty as a number 3.
Damn.
Yeah, and then Zakari Franklin was a good number 2 because he was a good, really possession receiver. And then even that year season, we had Isaiah Williams at wide receiver.
He caught a lot of passes. He played slot, right?
Yeah,
Did he make it to the league?
he did. He's on the Jets. He actually had he I don't know what week it was. It was like a weird week for the Jets. He had 2 return touchdowns.
Wow.
in the same game.
The kid,
Um,
we knew the kid was an athlete. Knew he wasn't a quarterback, but we knew he was an athlete.
yeah, yeah.
So
He actually he carved that lane for himself in the NFL's return, man. So
when I say next level for you all, we know
hmm
that you guys back to back 9-1 seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
yes, yep.
Alrighty. So next level being, can we get to 10 wins, maybe 11 wins? I haven't looked at your schedule, but in your opinion, does Caden Hauser have that ability to lead you guys to that?
I don't know. Last time we saw Caden Houser against Power Five
Yeah,
teams, he wasn't crazy good.
that's fair. That's fair.
And that's where he scares me because I'm like with Luke, it wasn't like oh yeah, I'm gonna go to ECU, then I'm gonna go back up.
Right.
It was I'm going to Ole Miss, I'm gonna go to Illinois where the talent isn't the same at Ole Miss, but it's still Power Five, it's still a high level of football.
Hmm.
Don't get me wrong, Group of Five is still a high level,
Right, for
but
sure.
some of the windows close a little faster. It's kind of like the NFL. Like some of the windows close a little, the passing lanes close a little faster.
Uh,
Some defenders are more athletic. Some defenders are faster. Um, just things you're gonna see at that level of football.
mm, that's fair.
But it's I just don't. I'm trusting it,
Hmm.
but I really want to see that quarterback Jaden Craig from Harvard. That's what I really wanted. Let's
Uh,
go Canes.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So yeah, I really don't know how a look for the season's going to go.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the
Are
schedule
you
real quick.
comfortable though? Continue to get to that 9 wins, knowing that at some point you'll get over the hump because you are in the toughest conference in all of football. And if anybody disagrees with that, the Big Ten is the premier conference in college football. Make no mistake about it.
Football 2027. 6.
Yeah, I want to see our schedule. Actually, is that what you're looking up?
Yeah, schedule. Let's see. We would have UAB. That's a
Hmm.
win.
That's a win for sure.
Duke with new weapons.
Y'all
Lucky we
play
could
that.
still
Y'all
beat
play
them.
them again, but it's at home, and y'all smoked them
Yep,
last
it's
year.
at
That's a
home.
win.
Um,
Whoa, I
Southern
like our
Illinois.
schedule.
That's a win.
That's a win.
I really want to play Northern Illinois. I'm getting tired of fans
And
talking
y'all
about
play.
Rick Gary.
Yo, y'all first 6 games are at home. 7 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First 7 games are at home.
Oh,
Y'all
I
got
can't
eight
wait to
home
play
games this
Iowa.
year.
Um, because we're just gonna beat them like we do in basketball. So, uh, I can see why D9 not in here right now.
Oh, it says date to be determined. Okay, I see. But
Yeah,
it's damn. That's crazy. Y'all got 8 home games this year though.
Nebraska, Oregon. The Oregon game might be a loss. Who
Y'all,
knows?
y- y'all are
Purdue,
y'all are
Maryland,
s-
Michigan State.
y'all are split. If you can win 2 out of the 3 that middle stretch, you guys got a good possibility of going 10-2.
Hopefully, the
And
Ohio
10-2
State game,
lands you in a
Oregon
special
game.
place, huh?
The Ohio State and Oregon games were the only ones I see as like probably a
Right,
loss.
right.
Nebraska could be a coin flip. Iowa, I guess some people say that could
No,
be a
I don't
coin
think
flip.
Nebraska's a coin flip. That's not a coin. You guys are winning that one, in my opinion.
Um, and I will say, uh, this suck.
Indiana trash. Best thing they played is. Hey, I'm gonna let Miami fans talk their trash. I don't want to get them 3 times now. I think Jalen's 3 for 3. You won
Yeah.
them all 3 times.
hmm
Yeah,
Um.
yeah. You
Yeah,
gonna make it
but
4 for 4 like Wendy's, man?
I don't like Wendy's. Uh.
I don't either.
Oh man, they use fake meat for their nuggets.
Do it.
Um.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. I don't trust it. I mean, I don't think they. I mean, I don't think the chicken nuggets taste all that good. Sweet and sour sauce is really good though. Yeah, I don't know. This team is looking solid. I don't like the way our defense coordinator looks, but you know, Aaron Henry, fine, I
That's
guess.
that's been kind of the consensus with amongst Illinois fans is that
Yeah,
you
he,
guys
he has
are.
he has one more season. If he
Y'all wanted
shows up
him
this
gone
season,
in 24 or was it 23? Y'all wanted him gone.
I wanted him going the first
Okay.
season. I wanted him going.
Mm.
Last year was like, or yeah, I guess you could say last year. I was like, okay, I can see some of the improvement. I can see why you keep him. I'm like, I can also see that there's probably better candidates out there, but keep him. Sure, let's see what he does in year 3. Year 3, he went out, pooped the bed, but like that Washington game where we only got one stop. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So
um, yeah. it's interesting to see what happens with him because I believe this is just this is his prove it or lose it year for his job. I think. Like
Hmm.
I know Brett loves him. You know, Brett coached him at Wisconsin. Brett brought him along in his coaching staff. So
Do you think this is the way for a lot of teams now? Hey, I'm gonna get me a seasoned guy in a portal to come play my quarterback. You see, Indiana is doing it and it's working. My opinion has completely changed on the transfer
it
portal.
is. Look at Oregon.
Yeah,
Oregon when it got
yeah,
Dante Moore.
yeah.
Um, I want to say Carson Beck. You can look at teams in the college football playoffs.
Hmm.
Carson Beck, portal guy.
Yep,
Trinidad Chambliss, portal
portal
guy.
guy.
What was Austin Simmons portal?
Did he play somewhere else first?
I don't think he did.
I
I
don't,
might be
I,
wrong.
yeah,
Um,
I don't believe he did.
Other team, John Mateer, portal guy.
Portal guy. Yeah.
Uh, who else? Who else? Who did Indiana be? Brennan Sorsby, portal.
Yep. Julian Sand portal.
Yeah. Well, but he at least he had no playing experience before.
Right.
I will
Right.
say that
Right. Right.
he just flipped from Alabama to Ohio State.
Well, no,
Um,
he played. He played a year at Bama, didn't he? He just like you said, he ain't play though. Or did he? No, no. I think
no,
you're right. He flipped,
because him
right?
and Aaron Nolan was out of high school.
You're
He
right. You're right.
he signed his NLI and then
It
he
was
had to enter
Caleb
the portal to get
Downs
out of
who
it.
played
Yeah.
at Bama for a year when he flipped.
hmm
Because of that. Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, Julian Sand was a flip. Still
who else
played a
was in the
portal.
playoffs this year?
He is. He is from Miami. Yep. Mendoza. It's a
Yeah,
homecoming.
Mendoza. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a flip
Uh,
too from Cal.
yeah. Like so, you gotta think like, yeah, those are all portal quarterbacks. We could probably go down the list of SEC quarterbacks, and they're dang near portal players.
Yeah. All pretty much all of them are
Except for
portal
like you
players.
had Nussmeyer, Lagaway, they weren't. Ty Simpson wasn't.
Mm-mm.
Um,
Josh Simpson is an
Marcel Reed
anomaly.
actually wasn't either. So actually is a
No.
good amount.
Mm-mm.
It
That's
wasn't
four.
actually.
But
Yeah.
but the rest of them are probably or Oregon trash. Hey, that's funny. So let's go ahead and get into what we're here to talk about. That's the national championship. We're gonna preview this game as we always do. We're gonna talk about both of these coaches. Impressed with both of these guys. 1,000% impressed with both of these guys. What impressed you most about this Indiana staff? And when I say the Indiana staff, I'm not just talking about Curt Cignetti. I'm also talking about Coach Shanahan. Also talking about their defensive coordinator as well, and uh, Bryant Haynes. Talk to me about what impresses you most about this team, and then we'll go and look at Miami's coordinators as well.
They run a
Very disciplined.
disciplined team. They have the team ready. It's not sloppy. You don't see many times where they got to be like, oh, timeout, timeout, timeout. We don't know the play. Timeout.
Yeah, even if they facing a turbo offense, no huddle, it's whatever. They always know what to do.
Yeah, like I think was it Miami against Ole Miss where Miami was having problems like with the I think it was
They
the
had some, yeah,
headset.
yeah.
Yeah, and Carson Beck had to
But
waste like two timeouts. He was like
he
timeout.
was pissed
Then
off.
again, then he was like timeout.
He was pissed off.
Because it was in the red zone.
Yeah,
It was third quarter or something like that, if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken. Uh, them was valuable timeouts. Now, um, yeah, it's just the preparation they have with the team, the coaching they have a team ready. It's really disciplined. I mean, we could probably look down at some of the great dynasties in college football. You could see the same thing. The team's ready, the team disciplined, well coached. Um, like I look at Nick Saban's last couple of years. His teams were undisciplined. His team didn't have as great coaches, and I feel like that's just because he wouldn't commit. He knew he was going to retire soon, and he wouldn't commit. And I mean, the position coaches, the coordinators, didn't really want that job as much. Um, you know, you look at that Miami team during their dynasty run
Hmm.
in the 2000s. Coaching depleted. They were undisciplined off the field and on the field.
100%.
Um, you know, it, some players probably tell you, they weren't ready yet during those big games. They weren't prepared. Uh, but you look at the peak of all those dynasties, Nebraska dynasty during the 90s or 80s.
Hmm.
Um,
Both.
like, yeah, like they're ready. Like they are,
Tom Osborne coach teams were always ready to play.
yeah, like You look at it, they get rid of Tom Osborne.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good. Still good under Bo Pelini, but not as good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, Pelini was better than advertised.
yeah,
It's sad.
and I feel like that's what separates championship level teams and non-championship level teams. Like
Mm-hmm.
the because any team can have talent,
Mm-hmm.
but are you disciplined? Is your team prepared? Do you got the right
Great team.
scheme? Um, it like that. Like those are just super important things. I feel like that's what this coaching staff has brought to Indiana.
I agree with you 100%. Outstanding coaching staff, outstanding attention to detail. Whatever they're doing in the film work, I feel like they're also using some analytics as well, because you just don't see teams like the way that they're beating. Like, we respect Dan Lanning, right?
Hmm.
Dan Lanning remind me of the image of the water boy when the guy was in the office or on the sideline. He was seeing stuff like it
I
was
never watched that
weird.
full movie.
It was weird seeing him in that, like, it was he didn't want to be on the sideline. He didn't want to coach anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we respect Dan Lanning. Like, we big Dan Lanning up all the time on this show.
Yeah,
Still a huge Dan Lanning fan. But it was weird watching him. The same thing with Alabama. And Caden the board, he was asked about the question 2 days before the game about Alabama Mystique. He said, "You all probably know more about the Alabama Mystique than these kids do. These kids only know what they see
Alabama
on
has
film."
no mystique no more.
Yeah, that's facts.
That mystique was gone when Nick Saban said, "Hey, I'm retired."
100%.
Like
100%. Just putting up some of these quotes. Hey, keep them coming, Florida. We loving it, brother. Keep it coming. We definitely gonna get the y'all side of things for sure. So, I agree with you. I didn't even need to add anything to this because you did such an outstanding job with it. What's
and I'm gonna say
interesting
this:
is, go ahead.
Carson is after Monday. Carson is gonna become the new Nick Saban in college football.
I think he's already there. Oh, hold on.
He,
Not
he has
seven
to win. He has
championships.
to win. He has to
Not seven
win.
championships. He do need to win. But you when you see it, you know it, right?
Yeah,
It's like when you on the court, right? I could always guess what players are going to be good just by looking at their numbers, even without scouting. And then you're watching them in the layup line and they shooting. You watching how they dribble. Then you know what I'm saying. Once jump ball happens, couple possessions, you like, oh yeah, this kid is really it. Hey, let's
yeah, like
switch. Let me go check him. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
you just know. You know what I'm saying? So you see it. Like, this isn't. It's surprising to me where he's doing it at. If he puts another, if that's a duck on his, you know what I'm saying, on his uniform instead of the whatever the Indiana logo is, I'm like, okay, I believe it because I got to see it on the sidelines at GMU. So it's not surprising. But let's move to the other side of things, right? Historically, like, we gonna put this out there. Me and Jalen haven't been the biggest Mario Cristobal fans.
I don't understand your question.
We seen it at Oregon, some of the mistakes. We seen it early on too, down in the 305. And Coral Gables, we seen some of the mistakes as well. Game against Georgia Tech that they had, didn't kneel the ball. You know, I'm trying to have a conversation with him at ACC Media Days that I'm still pissed off about. But I've seen that Saban switching him too. He switched 100%.
Yeah,
This
he
playoffs,
demeanor like right now.
yo, 1-0 mantra. Did you see the interview with him and Scott Van Pelt? Must see
Yeah.
TV. Must see TV. That, and then it was when Carson Beck was getting like overjoyed and over emotional. Like, you could tell he's about to start crying because this is what he wanted, right? That man tapped him on the shoulder and said 1-0. That man instantly locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a different Mario Cristobal. In my opinion, this is Curt Cignetti looking in the mirror. Because that guy on the other sideline, he looked coked up that Ole Miss game. That's how locked in he was, bro. But talk to me about this coaching staff. Talk to me about Shannon Dawson. Talk to me about Corey Heatherman. Because they've all, as a unit, done an outstanding job as it pertains to coaching.
They've have. You know, I wasn't. This coaching staff was good during the season. I wasn't
Yeah.
crazy impressed because I'm like, at some
They
point
play
they're
down
gonna
the
lose.
competition sometimes.
Yeah, but during the playoffs, they've been locked in.
They've answered the bell each and
Yeah.
every time.
Every time, whenever they face adversity, Carson Beck answers. The coaching staff
Mm-hmm.
answers. Great play calling on the offense and defensive side. They got Julian Sand rattle. They didn't really have Trinidad Chambers.
Yeah, they did. First half, he wasn't doing anything. They had two back-to-back 3-and-outs. And then that's when Keywan Lacey boom, for like 75 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the first 3 drives, he was saying ghosts out there, and I instantly thought about you, and I thought about everybody in the comments saying Giovanni Foster, Canes, my guy Florida for life. I start thinking about everybody. I'm like, this is exactly what they said was going to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just thought, you know, 3 and out, 6 and out first 2 possessions was terrible. My bad, continue.
You could they make the best quarterback in Texas struggle, Marcel Reed. Uh,
That's hilarious.
yeah, like you look at the play, they shut down Texas A&M offense.
Mm-hmm.
They shut down Ohio State offense. Jeremiah Smith got some of his, but Carno Tate, I believe he showed up, right?
Yeah.
He did good that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, that was a game I didn't really get to watch, so I had to like rewatch the highlights and watch some of it back. But yeah, it was. You look at it, it was like, okay, if I'm not mistaken, Ohio State didn't get really nothing on the ground.
No, Mazador really took over that game. Bain had a good game as well, but Mazador really took over that Ohio State game. Yeah, he really flashed when you watched it.
I mean, up until like the end of the third quarter, middle of the third quarter, they had they wasn't really worried about the Ole Miss tempo. It didn't really scare them too much.
Oh damn.
They Ole Miss only had like 10 points, I think, going into halftime or something like that. Maybe it was 13, because I believe they kicked the field goal, made it 16, and kicked another field goal, made it 19. Because they kicked 2 field goals in the third quarter. Then they kicked 3. They missed one. No, maybe Miami missed one. I don't remember. It was like freaking a field goal fest in the third quarter during working with those teams.
Great point.
But yeah, this team is from the coach standpoint looks like that, and from the player standpoint looks like that. But I'm gonna tell you this, KT. What Cat Williams say?
What?
Chrysler 300 looked like a Phantom until a Phantom pull up.
No, that's a great quote. I tell you this about this game, and you'll understand this 100%. So I think over the last, even with the 14 playoff, 12-team playoff, like you still had a good idea after you seen enough who was going to win it all. You know what I'm saying? Last year, at some point, we all knew it's going to be Ohio State year. Year before that, I called Michigan before the season started, right? A couple years before that, it was Georgetown. You know what I'm saying? And then, you knew LSU was going to win a year they won. You knew Alabama was going to win a year that they won. I think it's been 20 years, right? It's been 20 years. Maybe you can correct me on this. Maybe I'm overlooking a team since, we're having and even though USC was dominant that year, I still thought USC was going to win it all. I thought there was no way in hell that Texas won that national championship.
I'm gonna be honest. Listen, 9 times out of 10, USC wins that game. Reggie Bush doesn't do that dumb lateral.
Yeah.
USC wins that game.
Yeah. Yeah, and they should. So that's why it was so shocking to me. To this day, still the greatest game I've ever seen. I've seen some other really good games. Was it Miami and Ole Miss is one of the best games I've seen in a while. I will say that. 100%. So to me, I look at these two teams. I say it's one-sided as Vegas thinks it is. It's one-sided as a lot of people think it is. I don't think it's that one-sided.
I don't think
it's not luck. It's not luck that Miami's been able to navigate themselves through here.
Yeah, because they've outcoached, they've outplayed every team.
And while Indiana has played outstanding, and a lot of that is an attribution to Curt Cignetti, I think the guy with the better staff, believe it or not, is Mario Cristobal. I'll take Shannon Dawson over Mike Shanahan.
I don't know if he's a better staff.
I'll take Corey Heatherman over Brian Haynes. Maybe what you're saying is Curt Cignetti is so focused and so locked in, such a no-nonsense coach, such a huge accountability. I think that edge is what you're talking about. You edging Indiana based on the head coaches, based on what we've seen out of Cristobal in the past.
What I've seen Indiana do this year, Ohio State shut them down. Now, they didn't score a ton against Ohio State. I think they beat Ohio State by what? Like, was it 1? Was it 16-15 or something like that? It was some weird score, right?
It was a weird score.
No, they might.
Was it 16-13?
They might have beat them by more because they might have like a late touchdown.
Okay.
But you look at what they did to Indiana. To Alabama. Look at what they did to Illinois early in the season.
Yeah, that's when I was like, whoa. because I picked you guys to win that week. Um,
Yeah,
they
you
didn't
look.
look too hot versus Iowa, and
Yeah, they beat them 13-10.
if there's a
That's all I'll say.
defense that can kind of match what Iowa was able to do, it's certainly Miami.
Yeah, I mean, look what they did against Oregon, back to
Hmm.
back.
Hmm.
Not back to back wins, but two wins against them. Beat them 30-20 on the first
And then
time.
beat the hell out of them the second
Yeah,
time.
56-22. I don't know if Miami has the edge, coaching staff wise.
Coaching staff wise, I would edge them as a head coach. I would edge Cignetti, but as far as the staff, Shannon Dawson, I do like him a little bit more than Shanahan, even though Shanahan is really good. And I also would take Corey Heatherman over Brian Haynes just by a little. So we talked about this. Great job with this. I'm glad we took our time with it. Next, we want to talk about offensive edge. Like both of these teams are loaded, right? There's no surprise about that. Let's talk about the quarterback room. Who you taking? You taking Mendoza or you taking Carson Beck?
On their peak day, on their best, give me Carson back.
Okay. On
On their
there.
worst day,
Uh,
I think I'm taking Mendoza.
okay. I think you answered that fair. I think it's a fair assessment for
But
both.
as just neutral wise, I'm taking Mendoza.
I'm taking Mendoza as well. All right. So running back room. This is interesting because you got Roman Hemby, but you also got Kalon Black, right? And then from Miami, you got Fletcher, and then there's a bunch of people behind him, but he's the main guy. So who you get a running back edge to?
Do we put offensive line in this conversation?
Yeah. So we might as well say running back room and offensive line.
Because I'm taking Indiana if that's the case.
Okay. I think that's fair. 100%. Wide receiver room. Malachi Tony. I'm taking him over everybody. I'm sorry. I'm just being real, brother.
I'm taking Miami in the wide receiver room.
Are you overall
Yeah.
with Daniels, Keelan Marion? Okay, I think that's fair. Now they do got Elijah Surratt. Omar Cooper, I think, does lead them in receptions this year. But yeah, I will get them the wide receiver room. You already talked about the offensive line, so who do you think overall has the offensive edge?
I think it's Indiana.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's tough one. I think it's close. It's really close. I think to me when I look at both of these teams, it's the player that scares me the most out of both of these teams. Of course, is Malachi Tony. That kid just makes plays like
Yeah. I
in
feel like
clutch
as far
spots.
as big play ability, Miami has the offensive edge.
Yeah, and then Carson Beck ain't afraid to throw that joint either. So, all right, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball, and I think this is closer than people think. Right? So you look at Miami, and when we think about Miami, we think about that front four and their ability just to play nasty football and be extremely physical up there at the point of attack, led by Corey Heatherman, who just loves to play an aggressive multi-front. Then you got Ruben Bain, who gets most of the credit. You also got David Blay up there, Ahmad Moten up there, then Akeem Mesidor, who I think is a guy that flashes a lot for that team. On the back end, Keontae Scott gets a bunch of credit as he deserves it.
I feel like it's
You also
Miami.
got Bryce Fitzgerald. Yeah. Yeah. You think it's Miami? Now, Indiana got some
Indiana
players
do.
too.
Indiana do.
I like the kid, the middle linebacker. What is his name? Aiden Fisher is what you said.
Yes. Yeah.
We both, know what Pons is able to do.
But I feel like Miami overall had the more collective talent and better, just better players.
Like as a unit, right?
Yeah, as a unit, I feel like I'm taking Miami's defense.
Okay. So we broke this game down so eloquently from staff, offensive edge, defensive edge. Special teams will play a huge factor in this game as well, as it pertains to positions. Because I think this game is going to be a heavyweight bout at first. I think you're going to see
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
how
these.
good my Indiana's kicker is, to be honest with you.
That's a good question.
I
'Cause
trust
we seen
Miami's
him
kicker.
struggle.
Yeah.
We seen him struggle a little bit. So
I trust Miami's kicker, even though he missed a kick last week. But I think other than that, he was money.
and he struggled a little bit against Texas A&M as well.
Yeah, but
So we know.
return wise, I think I take Miami return.
Yeah, I would, especially when they sent Tony back there on punts. I would certainly take them. So who wins this game and why?
Okay. I
You
told you.
three
No.
for three. You 3 for 3, cousin.
I mean, I told you, across the 300 looked like a phantom to a phantom pull up.
Woo, I love that bar.
And what you say? You said Mario Cristobal. You said You said somebody's looking in the mirror and they were seeing themselves or a reflection of themselves.
Yeah. I say Curt Cignetti look in them. If he
Yeah,
look in
because
the mirror,
Carson
he's
he's only seeing himself. He's not seeing Mario Cristobal.
oh
Because Mario
wow.
Cristobal is a step below.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so I think it's obvious. I'm taking Indiana. I don't got the red on because of that.
I feel like it was predetermined, bro. I feel like nothing happens by accident. So
Man, I chose this at like 2 a.m.
so I have been going against Miami every game except for the Ohio State game. I
You
went
had
against them against Texas A&M. I went against them against Ole Miss. Was there another game that I missed?
no. That's
Okay, yeah, and so far I've been doing a bad job at that. And this game I'm gonna go with them. I think in a competitive game, if it starts off slow, now if Indiana just come out hot out the pan like they did against Oregon, it's 88 and out the gate. Miami, though they have the ability to make big plays, they're not a team that can win from behind. But each and every moment, when Miami has played an outstanding team this year, they've answered the call. Against Miami, they answered the call, right? Against Texas A&M, they answered the call. Against Ohio State, they answered the call. Against Ole Miss, a team that I think they had the capabilities of beating, they answered the call. And against all odds, and a 305, right? All of Miami gonna be outside. I know it's Mendoza's homecoming. I just think they find a way to win. Like I said, I've never seen Mario Cristobal. You know he's always had that stench to him, right? It's like a girl like we've talked about Corinne Steffens on. I almost called her by the other name. We talked about Corinne
He's like soup.
Steffens. So we talked about Corinne Steffens on this show before. If you know, you know. And for those of y'all get it, but like these dudes are crazy. But we talked, but for the rest of our life, she always had that stitch on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't wife her, would you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
I wouldn't either. Like, I couldn't be out in public. Let's say we going to the Grammys, bro. I got my arm around her, like, yeah, look at my jump. Everybody looking at me like this, like Mario Cristobal for the longest.
She done dated the whole person in the front row, everybody in the front row.
They all laughing at you, like, yeah, what's up?
T.I. Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, like, dang. Her?
Method Man.
She back.
JC. Like, who bring her back here, right? You know what I'm saying? To me, Mario Cristobal has had that stench, right? And to remove a stench of like that, I think Indiana's here. They're just here, and they're going to be an upper echelon team. As long as Curt Cignetti's in Bloomington, they're going to be an upper echelon team in the Big Ten. I think they'll have more opportunities. Miami, this might be it. Not saying they won't have opportunities down the line. Not saying how a season's going to go. Because even in a season like this, they're lucky to be in a playoff. A head-to-head victory over Notre Dame is the reason that they got in to this year playoff. Because they lost to SMU, played down to their competition, a game that they had an opportunity to win. Lost to Louisville, played down to their competition, a game that they had a chance to win. So for me, Miami, this is all or nothing. Like, I don't even think they've gotten a quarterback yet in the portal. Like, for me, this is the all or nothing year, and I think Miami will win this game.
That's cool. They got Luke Nickel. I like Luke Nickel. He their freshman quarterback, redshirt freshman.
Okay. So yeah, I would like to see them, do their portal dance like they've been doing. Cam Ward, Carson Beck. I thought they had an opportunity to get Dylan Raiola. I'd have loved to see Dylan Raiola and Shannon Dawson's system. But I don't know. For some reason, I just think Miami wins this one. But this entire playoff, have been on the right side. I've been on the wrong side. And
every game.
Hopefully that don't continue. Ariami Leggett, what's happening, Playboy? How you living, yeah? So, every game you've gotten right. That we've predicted, right? Which one did I get right that you didn't get right? Ole Miss and Georgia? Did I get you on that one?
I think you did. I think I told Jordan. Yeah. I told Jordan you said Ole Miss.
I think that might have been the only one. But anything you want to add? The rest of our episodes will be officially the off season. We don't celebrate the off season. You know how we do. So I'm sure our next episode will be gearing up for Senior Bowl, and then the episode after that will be me live from the Senior Bowl and me inviting you in while I'm live from the Senior Bowl. So.
Yeah, I don't know. You mentioned number one wide receivers that didn't have no quarterback. Stephon Diggs didn't have a quarterback for a while. He got one now.
Yeah. I say that. I say Josh Allen was buns the entire time. There, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. What day y'all play Saturday? Y'all play Sunday?
We play Saturday.
Okay.
At 3:30.
That's right. AFC, NFC, and then AFC, NFC. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it. I think we win. I think you guys win, even though I want Houston to win. Actually, I know we win. Josh Allen has this look in his eye, bro. Like, he finally got the Mahomes look. I've never seen him have that Mahomes look. He got that look in his eye, bro. I'm telling you, we're going to Mile High, and we're going to win by 10 plus. I'm telling you. Bo Nix, bro. We're going to have a field day on that, boy.
Saying that he might be Mile High, but
yeah, I'm out, right. I mean,
no, honestly, I'm really not scared for y'all. I'm not scared for us for real too much either. I just know the defense can cause havoc, and then, yeah.
I think y'all going to possess the ball, though. And y'all going to force C.J. Stroud to beat y'all.
Hopefully, we just need to get some pressure and we good. But.
Because you guys got you remember the Thunder and Lightning era of NFL? Where everybody wanted to have a guy like, you know what I'm saying?
You got Chris Johnson, like Lindell White or
Lindell White. You remember?
And Maurice Jones-Drew,
right? Even though they were kind of Thunder. Maurice Jones-Drew was smaller, but like that. Another one was Ron Dane and Tiki Barber. Another one. That was one I just had too.
Remember Adrian Peterson and Chester Taylor? Don't know why those in my head.
They were different style runners. Chester Taylor was more of a patient runner. AP trying, you know what I'm saying, hit the hole and run somebody over. So I'm excited.
Willie Parker, Jerome Bettis.
I like that one. We used to call. We had a nickname for Willie Parker, yo. Like, I tell you, he used to get drafted all the time because of his speed, bro. I used to love using Pittsburgh back then, bro. Jerome Bettis was on the bench, by the way. Like, I'm using Willie Parker, bro.
Yeah. So, I think that's all, though. I wish this game was tonight.
What is the season rank? Against some of the upper echelon seasons. I know you're a little bit too young to remember the 2007 season, but like, what is season rank?
07, I don't think it's better than 07.
Nah, that 07, it was a time period. Like weeks, what was it, 3 through 6 or 2? No. Weeks 1 through like 6 or 1 through 5. Well, I thought it was on pace, and then it had a huge dip. I forgot.
I don't know if it's better than the first college football playoff season.
Okay.
After that, I don't know because I don't know too many great college football seasons. I know like 04.
Last year was a good one.
It was.
Because we had the same, I think, upset the same week where Vandy upset Bama, and then Arkansas upset Tennessee.
2018 was actually a very underrated. 2017-18, the year Alabama Georgia played national championship. That was an underrated season. That was a
good year. I do like the year that Jalen Hurts was at Oklahoma, but still there was a clear idea who will win the championship. Like Ohio State rolled early in the season, but I think there was still some fog there of like, yo, who's the best team in America? You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame didn't make the playoff this year. This just tell you how loaded the year was. Vandy didn't make it. Texas didn't make it. So it was an outstanding year for me. It's up there. It's definitely in my top 4. But 07 still reigns supreme, man. As I always like to say, there's no more victories in the sport that survive and advance. That's why college football is the greatest regular season. Until next time, you all take care, man. God bless. Y'all be safe out there. Go Bills. You want to say go Patriots or something before I end this jump?
I mean, go Patriots, 6 times versus 4-time losers.
Now I want to play y'all in the AFC Championship in Foxborough. And I would love, what would happen though? We would beat y'all, go to the Super Bowl, and lose again, bro. It'll be pointless, bro.